Hello, I just want to tell everyone thank you for joining. I'm Sarah Chamberlain. I am a Senior Ruby Ambassador from Bonita, Oklahoma area, and we are just excited to share with you tonight. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but you know what? In life, we have difficulties, but we do not give up. We pursue and we press on until we figure out what works for us. And let me tell you, Plexus works for us, and that's what we're going to share with you tonight. And I want to tell you that each person that you hear from tonight, we are independent Plexus ambassadors. We're not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, they want you to know that the results that you're going to hear about are going to vary from person to person. We don't claim to cure, treat, prevent any disease, and we always recommend you talk to your doctor because we don't know what's going on with you, and we are not doctors. And so we just want to share with you what is going on in the Plexus world. So I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Catherine. We'll go ahead and let you share your testimony with us tonight.
Thank you so much. And can you hear me okay? We're good? Awesome. Okay, well, my name is Catherine Horn Aguirre. Basically, Plexus has changed my life. There's no other way to say it. And I know a lot of people do, but seriously, I have gotten my life back. And you'll have to forgive me, I get so excited talking about my story. It's like the first time, every time. Basically, my entire life, I have been battling autoimmune issues. If I went down the whole list, we'd be here all night. Just to give you an idea, it's, I went through lupus, inflammation, fibromyalgia, RA, with rheumatoid arthritis, gastroenteritis, thyroid, neuropathy issues, depression, anxiety, fatigue, and female reproductive issues, just to name a few. Those ruled my life. I was unable to do anything. I was the heaviest I had ever been in my life as of November of last year at 436 pounds, and I'm only 5'1", so you can kind of realize the significance there. I couldn't go anywhere without a wheelchair or a cane. I was on bed rest pretty much my entire life. Bed rest was a must in my life. Last year, I was on bed rest half of the year, literally half the year if you added it all up. My doctors, they tried everything, literally everything, and besides putting medical prescription Band-Aids on everything, they would tell me, I don't think there's any more we can do for you. When you have a doctor tell you that, it's very scary. Not only what you're going through, but when you're going to someone for help and they can't give it to you, it's frightening. December of last year, which is 2014, I was reached out to by a friend I had not talked to in over 7 years, Kathy Pagliaro. This girl literally changed my life by putting this in it. We talked in depth about Plexus, what it had done for her, what it had done for other people, and how it worked. I looked at my husband after we talked, and I said, there is nothing I can lose here. Talked to my doctors, got full permission. They said that there is nothing in it that could harm me. Go for it. So that's what I did. Fast forward to now, I have lost 70 pounds. Countless inches. I have lost counts. I don't even count them anymore. All my blood work is normal. I was scheduled to have a hysterectomy this year due to reproductive issues. Hysterectomy is no longer on the table. I'm ovulating for the first time in my entire life the past 2 months. 8 normal cycles, I'm about to be on 9. I have come off over 16 prescriptions, all over-the-counter medications, and that saves us, with insurance, over $1,500 a month. It's insane when you add it all up. I was able to meet my goal of working out in the gym. When I first started Plexus, I had that amazing energy, and I wanted to get in the gym right away. I could not even fit on the equipment, but now, as of this past month, I got a personal trainer paid by my Plexus paychecks, and I'm in the gym every single day. I love it. I cannot express how much I love it. The products that I currently take are the Triplex, which is the combination of the Slim, the Bio Cleanse, and the ProBio 5. The X Factor with Aloe, I cannot live without. Nerve Health Support, which has helped me significantly with my neuropathy issues. And I use the Ease capsules and cream after my workouts. It's like heaven in a bottle. There is no other way to put it. And the body cream is helping with loose skin and stuff from losing so much weight. Y'all, I cannot stress to you how much this has just changed my life. And I know I keep saying that, but it's the truth. I took a chance, and I'm so glad that I did. What else? There's just so much. I have to say that, you know, being able to share my story here with y'all today, I'm so appreciative. If I can help just one person out there, that's my goal. It's not about the money to me. Honestly, it truly is just about taking your life back, taking that control back. So thank you so much for letting me share my story. And I leave a bunch out because, like I said, if I stay here and say my whole story, we'll be here all night. But that just gives you an idea, an insight to how much this is work for me. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Man, I had from tears to goosebumps. That's what it's all about, is about the life-changing, drastic things that are happening in people's lives, and to give you your life back. And I'm believing that someday you will bring forth life from you with what's going on in your world. That is awesome. So we tonight also have, men take this too. Can you believe that? So I went and had them get him off his horse. So he's going to share his testimony. Rick Joyner.
Hey, I'm Rick. I've been on Plexus since October the 23rd. I had 5-day trial pack. Well, it wasn't really a trial pack. She gave me 5 packets of Slim. I took those. I lost 8 pounds in 1 week. And I told my wife we got to do it. And we don't have a lot of money, so, we got to go wholesale. About January, we decided to start selling it. My wife has signed up under me. I've got all sorts of friends and family. I quit roping about 3 or 4 years ago because I had a wreck in '06 and shattered my left leg, and it hurt all the time, but it really hurt bad when I was trying to ride. And I've been roping since back in November, I guess. And I haven't had any pains. I've lost 43 pounds. I went from like a size 38 pants down to a 33. No more man titties. I have struggled with psoriasis my whole life, and it's almost gone. It's under control, and it's not flaking off and gross to look at. What else? I had a whole bunch of stuff to say, but my mind's gone. I was in the middle of the roping pit, so okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Rick. We love it from a man's point because we hear it from women, but when you hear it from that man who, praise the Lord, we were at a roping that day, and he was over there just standing working the chutes, and his wife and I got to talking, and I mentioned the word Plexus, and that day we gave him some samples, and it's changed his life because I think he wasn't roping before. And so everyone who shares Plexus, don't be scared to share it because you never know whose life it's going to change. So thank God for this next lady who shared on Facebook, and her husband is my direct upline, and she was my boys' teacher. So she knew about my boys, and that's when I reached out to her. But her story is amazing, and I just want to turn it over to Melissa Hildebrand.
Hello, everyone. Oh, man, I'm telling you, Catherine, I'm just speechless, absolutely speechless. That is totally amazing. And just what you said, Plexus gave me my life back. I hear that so much. And it just, every single solitary time, it just gives me goosebumps all over. And I can honestly say Plexus gave me my life back. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on me. I was a special ed teacher, and as a special ed teacher, I love to just absolutely jump up and down and get excited about the small victories. But for me, I love people. I love to love on people. I love to be around people. I get my strength from people, from crowds, from, there's some people that just don't. They like to be by themselves. I'm not one of those people. However, between the fact that I had gained a lot of weight and I had gotten severely depressed, and at the time, I didn't realize that that's really what was going on. I just knew that things were just different for me. I didn't want to go and be around crowds. I still loved on people when I was around them, but it was difficult to get me out of the house to get around them. I still loved all my kids at school. I still marveled in the small things with them. I still enjoyed, doing my job, but I just wasn't enjoying life. And something else that had plagued me was acid reflux. And my kids knew for a long, long time, just don't even ask to eat barbecue because we can't do it. Mom's up for 3 days if we eat barbecue, so that wasn't something that we could ever do. Or, which granted, I do not recommend this at all, but if I ever even remotely thought about eating a Burger King burger, that char-grilled whatever, no, it just was something that I just couldn't do. And so there were just certain things that we just knew that Mom couldn't eat because of the acid reflux. And the depression had taken over my life, and it wouldn't be called deception if we weren't deceived. I had no idea that I was so depressed until I got out from underneath that umbrella. And once I got out, I look back and I think, wow. God was so good to bring me Plexus. And I say that very proudly and very boldly because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God is the one that brought Plexus to me. These products are amazing. They're products that work. And today, Terry and I were talking. Terry and I are both Emeralds with Plexus Worldwide, and we were talking about Plexus, and we were talking about the different companies that are out there. And what sets us apart from anyone else that's out there are the Catherines, are the Sarahs, are the Melissas. Guys, we have the testimonies that back our products up. We have amazing products that get amazing results with real people. It does give us our life back. Okay, I've really bounced all the way around, so let's go back to the depression part of it. But when I started Plexus, I started it because I had gotten the biggest that I'd ever been. And when I bought the biggest size of capris, I went home that night, I cried myself to sleep, and I cried out to God. And I said, God, you've got to help me because obviously I cannot do it on my own. I've tried and I can't do it. The next week I saw on Facebook where Slim was being, Kelly, was posting about Plexus and about weight loss, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to try one more thing. But I'm not telling anyone because I don't want to be a failure one more time. And if I don't tell anyone, then no one will be none the wiser if nothing happens. But you know what? If something does happen, I won't ever keep my mouth shut about it. That's where I'm at now. I can't keep my mouth shut about it because there are too many people out there that need it. So the very first day that I drank the Slim, I knew that it was going to work for me. I had a pop addiction. Anywhere from 6 to 8 Mountain Dews a day, that was my regiment. And the very first day April 2nd of 2013. I have not had a pop since. Not one. And I don't miss it at all. I drink my water. I was the girl that my feet would hit the floor of a morning, and I would say, Father God, thank you that I love water and I hate pop. And I would take that drink of that of that water, sorry. I would take a drink of that water, and I'm like, God, you've got to make it taste better than this. And I'd put it down, and I would go right back to drinking my pop. But you know what? God gave me the desire of my heart, because now water is all that I drink. I drove through Sonic, got me a Route 44, water. I just can't believe what it's done for my life. And I love to be around people again. My antidepressants are gone. My acid reflux meds are gone. We get to help people get their lives back because it's given us our life back. So financially, I was in Plexus for 9 months, and in 9 months' time, I went Emerald. So that school year in May, I resigned. So no longer am I a special ed teacher. I still teach because I love to teach people about the products, and I love to educate people on drinking their water and why that's important and why we measure instead of weigh. And I love educating people on Plexus and on health. So I'm still teaching. It's just in a totally different atmosphere with a with total freedom, because we get to teach anyone that God brings into our lives. So financial freedom is amazing. Terry and I both get to drive a Plexus Lexus. Thank you, Plexus Worldwide. They give us money every month to make that payment, which is absolutely amazing. If someone would have told me 2.5 years ago that I would be driving a Lexus, that we would both be driving a Lexus, I would have laughed and I would have said, whatever, that's something that was so far out of grasp. But guys, let me tell you, it is not out of grasp. If these products can take a special ed teacher and a mattress factory owner, and we can both be Emerald, and we can just be making the kind of money that's crazy, crazy, crazy to even think about, I promise you it's attainable for every single solitary one of you. The only thing that you have to do is be a product of the product, be consistent on the products, and consistently open your mouth about Plexus. Consistently. Guys, you cannot walk through Walmart without hearing someone say, oh, my allergies are horrible today. Or, I had an allergic reaction when I touched a cat last night. Or, and I'm not at all saying that Plexus cures anything, because I promise you, God knew what he was doing when he created you, and allergies are not something that we're supposed to be dealing with at all. But when you get the right nutrients in your bodies naturally react. And those allergies, out the window. Totally. Or my back hurts. I fell asleep in the pool yesterday and burnt the crud out of my back. It is red, 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 red. But guess what? The Plexus Ease Cream is amazing for sunburns. I use it all the time on things like that. I use the body cream for anything that I would have used like a cortisone cream for, any type of rashes or cuts or anything like that. That's what I use that for. I am consistently on the Triplex, the X Factor. I take the Nerve Health because I had a skiing accident when Gable, my oldest, was about 6 months old, and it's caused some issues in my back. So I take the Nerve Health for that, which has been amazing. I take the Ease anytime that I have any kind of muscle anything, or trying to get some sort of a headache. because I've sat in front of the computer or something like that. I take the Ease because of that. I take the Boost. I take it at night simply because it helps me sleep like a baby. So if I take it of a morning, it does not work well with my body, but it works amazing at bedtime. Let's see. Are there any other products? Because I'm pretty much a product of every product that Plexus has, because I am a believer, 150%. I do personally choose the Boost over the Accelerator, but that's just a personal preference. Everybody's different, and that's one thing we have to remember. Everyone is different. And so that means that sometimes we have to switch some things around. Guys, I'm going to get really personal here for a second. I was someone that prior to Plexus, I did not have a bowel movement, but about once every 10 to 11 days. And it was miserable, miserable. So it took me a while to get my regiment all together until I could figure out what my body required so that I could have a regular bowel movement every single solitary day. I've heard it said several times, you know what? It's like a car wash. Our body's like a car wash. If one car goes in, that car should come out. And I was having those 3 cars going in, but I was not having any cars coming out for quite some time until Plexus. And praise God, I have 2 to 3 bowel movements every single solitary day now. And I know there are tons of people that are plagued with that should not be. That is something that Plexus has done for me, and I will be forever grateful, forever grateful. Terry, on the other hand, had irritable bowel, and the Plexus products, the BioCleanse, actually to be exact, was what helped him get over his irritable bowel. So, guys, I tell you, these are amazing products, and I could go on forever, but I think I've probably talked long enough. So, Miss Sarah, is there anything else that I need to say on here? She knows that when she gets me on this, it's almost like handing me a microphone, because I get on that and I'm just like, okay, let's go, and what can we talk about now?
No, you did awesome. And I think for all of us, you know, we could go on and on and on, because the products have changed our lives so much, and our families' lives. And so in the next couple of weeks, we're going to have her husband Terry on, and he'll share his story with us about how Plexus has changed his life. And he is all about the gut health, and so he can share some more with us about that in the weeks to come. But do you guys think this is the simplest thing you have ever done in your entire life?
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just share together about the Slim. For me, it's the simplest thing. It's just a little packet. You're going to tear it open. You're going to pour it in your water, which I've almost drink all my water. Pour it in here, shake it up, and drink it one time a day. For me, it's helped me to drink more water and binge eating. What have you girls noticed?
Oh, wow. I've noticed a huge difference with just having the balanced blood sugar that it provides. I do not eat like I used to. I crave healthy foods. I crave water all the time. Like, I always have a water because that's all I drink. Yeah, it's amazing. And it is the easiest thing to do. So simple. I mean, my husband even does it, and to get him to do it is saying a lot if you know him. So, yeah.
How much water a day should we drink, Missy? And elasticity-wise, especially for you losing that weight. I know a lot of people lose a lot of weight, they have some skin issues, so tell us about that.
I've lost 65 pounds with Plexus, with the products, and I consistently, we should drink half of our body weight in ounces of water a day, up to 100 ounces. You know, we can drink too much water, so we don't want to flush everything. We want to make sure that everything's getting flushed out, but we don't want to flush all of our Plexus products out and all of our good stuff out. So we need to do that. And I tell you what, 65 pounds is crazy, but if someone would have told me that I could lose 65 pounds and not have flab, I would have said whatever. But guys, I'm telling you, it's the truth. But elasticity, that water is the key. If you're not willing to drink the water, you're not, first of all, you're not going to get the results that you are desiring. And second of all, you won't have the elasticity in your skin that you should have.
Mhm.
So I drink mine in the morning about 30 before I eat, and I take the X Factor with it. And I actually take 3 of the X Factor, recommended dose, like Des said. It's kind of like driving on the highway. They recommend it, but it's up to us. And talk to your doctor, and everybody's going to find their balance themselves. So X Factor, it is a supercharged turbo vitamin that has the inner and outer aloe, and it has the most potent antioxidant. You can Google that and find out for yourself, but I have the doctors that I've been talking to about this, they're like, this is the best stuff, and ordering several bottles of it. So, well, the ProBio 5, I'm going to take this. For me, I take it at bedtime on an empty stomach with water, and it's one of those things I recommend. My recommendation, I'm not a doctor, but let me tell you, I say start slower and figure out the balance for you. It's not one of those 1's good, 10's better. You guys feel that way?
Amen.
Yeah. Mhm.
These 2, I would say, are my pretty close best friends. This would be my bestest friend of all, like Missy said. For me, I was in the hospital a lot with constipation, and they would say, she's full of it. My husband said, I knew that. And I'm like, this is no laughing matter. So for me, taking 5 of these, I took 5 at night and 5 in the morning. Like I said, everybody's going to be different. Find your balance, read the directions, figure out what works for you. But this totally is my best friend, really, because loading, that yucky feeling that you get, and you think about that. If all that is setting in your gut, today we were baling hay, and it's like that we're cutting down this hay, and then we're eating all this food, and it gets up in this hay baler, and if that doesn't come out into a bale, it's jammed up there, and that's what was in me. All that food was jammed up in me, and guess what? All that's leaking back into our bodies. So we really need to research on your own leaky gut, because if you need to have a healthy gut, and these 2, like I said, are awesome products. So, well, do you guys have anything else you want to share with us tonight? Are we good? I appreciate you so much, and everyone, for taking your time. Make sure you get back with whoever invited you to watch this call, and know that every single thing that you heard about is a testimony, and everyone's going to be different. But we're not claiming to cure, treat, prevent any disease. What we're saying is you get your body healthy and you see the difference in you, and then go out and help others, because it can totally change your health, your weight, and your pocketbook for sure.
Yes.
You guys have a great night.